Hello, ladies. I hope that your day is going well. If you haven't already, please like the video. Please click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about the scarcity model and the spirit behind it and how important it is for us to recognize our worth and our value and to avoid relationships that truly undermine our health, our wellness, and our well-being. In relationships, if we are not aware of our worth and if we are not aware of our value, we can find ourselves seeking validation to the detriment of our health, our wellness, our well-being, our finances, and the enhancement of our life. We can become embroiled and engaged and entangled in a relationship that really is a detour that has us going down a path and a course that we really never should have been on. And this can happen to us whether we're 20, 40, or 60, because see, it's not limited to age. Having a lower self-esteem, not knowing our worth and our value is not exclusive to any era, to any generation, to any age. It can happen to us at any point in our life if we are not aware of our value and our worth and the necessity for having standards and boundaries and criteria in our relationship. The era of being the come-up woman, of being the fallback woman, of being the ride or die is something that should come to an end. It's something that should cease. It is a dynamic that does not benefit women. Now, do I think that it's important to be supportive, to be there for your spouse, to be in a relationship with someone and be supportive who is also supporting you? Yes, I definitely agree. Being in a loving relationship, being in a supportive relationship, being in a loyal relationship, certainly that is an important facet, that there would be support that is two-sided. But this one-sided relationship construct of pouring out loyalty and support and faithfulness and really being there for a man and not having it reciprocated, that is very problematic. That is a dynamic that has been instilled in women, in some women, for a number of decades, a number of years, and that is something that is very important for us to discard and to detach from, because relationships should have reciprocity. Being faithful should not be one-sided. Being loyal should not be one-sided. Being supportive should not be one-sided. Being loving should not be one-sided. And a relationship, fostering a healthy relationship, is not the work of one person. We don't have to live with a mindset of there's only a few good men, therefore I must endure anything in a relationship. It's very important that we break free of that mindset, that mentality, that psychology, because that has been very detrimental. That has been very destructive. That has truly undermined our health, our well-being, and our wellness for a long time. See, we can be happily single, or if we're going to be in a relationship, we can be in a relationship that is one that actually enhances our life, that makes it better, where again, there is reciprocity in terms of loyalty and faithfulness and support, rather than one that is filled with cognitive dissonance, where we have to pretend that reality is not happening, where we have to be in a relationship that does not value or honor us, where we have to be in a relationship that brings us trauma, drama, pain, and dysfunction. I am so incredibly tired of, and I am glad that more women are waking up from this construct that being in a relationship means that you have to be going through struggle incessantly, that you have to be the come-up woman or the fallback woman or the placeholder woman or endure various facets of struggle love. If a relationship is complicating your life and making it worse, that's a relationship that's really not benefiting you. It's really not worth the cost. It's really not worth the price of admission. If a relationship is bringing you constant issues and stress and struggle, when we have enough struggles collectively that we have endured and in some cases are currently enduring without having to add additional problems to our lives. How many women have been derailed in life because of aligning in a relationship that was based on smoke and mirrors, that was based on a bait and switch, where it looked like it was going to be a prize and it ended up being a burden. It ended up being destructive. It ended up being problematic. It ended up being full of issues and struggle and drama and trauma, where the woman's life was much more smoother, more harmonious, where you may have had all sorts of goals and ambitions and vision, and you had stability. You had stability in your life. And then you became involved with a man who really didn't meet the standard, who really didn't meet the criteria, and you made allowances and you found an excuse to engage in this relationship that became a huge burden and a huge problem and brought much instability and strife. And what's underneath all of this, what's underneath this dynamic and this occurrence and this happening in this scenario, can be the scarcity mindset, the scarcity spirit that says, if I don't settle for this, I won't be in a relationship. If I don't settle for this, I can't get this man, or I will not be able to keep this man because he will find another woman who will endure his behavior. Well, that's something that we should never get caught up in. And that's why it's so important that before we even think about getting into a relationship, that we are healed, that we know our worth, that we know our value that God created us with inherently, that we know who we are, that we have our goals and our vision, and that we love stability, that we love having peace in our life, that we are not so desirous of a relationship, that we are willing to get engaged in one that is going to bring us much instability and issues, that we recognize the importance of vetting, of taking our time getting to know whether someone is who they truly present themselves as or whether they're sending their representative. That is the importance of having discernment and wisdom in our relationship building in terms of vetting and screening and really finding out what this person's character is, whether there is integrity involved. A man that is relationship worthy is one that already has character, integrity, is someone that's driven, is someone who's financially and mentally stable, who has a strong spiritual foundation, which will enhance and which will drive his interactions with the women in his life, but in terms of everyone that he encounters. We will see it playing out in his work relationship, family relationship, friends relationship, and how he treats women. Because if a man is constantly listening to music that debases and dehumanizes and denigrates women, that is impossible for that not to carry over into his interpersonal relationships. Because the media that we seek out is the media that speaks to us. It's the media that we're attracted to because something in it resonates with us. So it'll be impossible to detach what we are taking in and consuming on a regular basis in terms of how we are behaving in our day-to-day life. There's going to be a consistency there, and there is going to be an accordance there between what we are attracted to, what we are driven to, what we are seeking out, and then how that plays out in our life. It tells us in 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So as women, as we're moving in a relationship, as we're looking to be engaged in a relationship, we should never have a mindset of scarcity or of settling or dating down or of engaging in any facet of struggle love, because that speaks to us having a fear and letting a fear guide us and consume us and overtake us, so that we are now putting ourselves in harm's way, into risky situations, into relationships that really were never meant to be, where we should have taken a hard pass and said no to a relationship, because ultimately it's going to undermine our life. It doesn't enhance us. It doesn't benefit us. It doesn't build us up. It doesn't make us better. It does not help our life grow to a higher level. If anything, it brings more complications. It is something that exacerbates existing issues we may have already had. It is something that can bring us trauma, drama, pain, dysfunction, toxicity, or all of the above. And that is not what God intends for us to have in a relationship. A healthy, harmonious, loving, supportive relationship is what we should be striving for. One that enhances our life rather than making it worse, rather than bringing us much pain, rather than bringing us drama that we didn't already have. One that really plays into low self-esteem, if that's what we have. One that plays into our fears. One that brings us much unhappiness and is truly unhealthy in every facet of our life, from spiritually to mentally to emotionally to financially. These are all things that a relationship should never be bringing to our doorstep. There should never be a time that we're engaged in a relationship where there is an entitlement that we should be going through pain, drama, and trauma. A man that truly cares for us, a man that truly loves us, wants to enhance our life, wants to see us grow and to thrive, wants to see us do well, and to have wellness, health, prosperity, and for us to truly experience love. Let me know what you think in the comments beneath the video. As always, be blessed. Continue to level up. Stay far away from struggle love and relationships that do not enhance our lives, because you deserve better.
You keep on making, yes you keep on making, oh, making a way.